And hello, welcome in to our second series of The Growing of the Dim. The Growing of the Dim, we've determined is a horror anthology series. Um, and we've decided that we're going to use different settings and different systems. We do have a YouTube channel, as a matter of fact. There you go. All our shows are archived. So if you wanted to check out the first season, first series for The Growing of the Dim, that's the Hobbs Fall series. That is self-contained, and it actually has absolutely nothing to do with this series that you're going to see starting here tonight. Um, all our shows are archived on YouTube. If you do want to check out the first ones, there might be like a couple Easter eggs, but the Hobbs Fall series takes place in 2006 in Hobbs Fall, British Columbia. This series takes place a little somewhere different. But I should probably stop talking, and we're just going to get to our players so that they can introduce who they are and who they're playing very briefly, and then we can get into this story. Are going to start with the ever lovely and wonderful Becca.
Hello, I'm Becca. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Willie Hickey, he, they, a high school bully.
Amazing. Next up, we've got brand new to the channel, the incredible Omnis Chris.
Hey, my name is Omnis or Chris. It is he, him pronouns. And I am playing Travis Bagel, also he, him. And he is a teenage Boy Scout.
Lovely. Next up, we've got the incredible B.
Hey everyone, I'm B. I'm going to be playing Gemma Davies. She's a reclusive eccentric.
And last but certainly not least, we've got Max.
Oh, who, me?
Yeah.
I'm Max. I use they, he, or they. I don't really care which one goes first. Pronouns. And in this show, I will be playing Heather of the she, her pronouns, of the blonde, of a few other things. You find out.
Heather is our popular kid, also 17 years old. And our reclusive eccentric is late 40s, 48 years old.
48.
Mm-hmm. I am Anita, your storyteller for this evening. My pronouns are she, they. As for the NPCs, they're of all walks of life. That is where we're going to start off. But the camera shifts and pans, opening on forest once again. And mountains once again, because we are somehow in another forest mountain town. It's like I have a niche. We open up on the town sign that says, "Welcome to Quincy, Colorado." Population 682. Elevation, it is 1 mile high, much like Denver, Colorado. We find ourselves in this small, quiet town. And it's very strange in some portions of the town. It is old style downtown brick and mortar buildings, but some of it is newer, freshly renovated, um, uh, built up it's a little bit of a hodgepodge. Um, on the far side of the town, there is a lumber mill and a wilderness preserve, kind of oddly uh, opposing diametrically. But for now, the camera will shift to a quaint sort of high school. And first day of class, it's a Monday. Not September. We're gonna say about October. And we are going to open up on a homeroom class with 3 young folks within. The camera is going to sort of slide in through one of the windows. And we'll move to, let's say, Heather. Would you be able to describe yourself and tell me where you're sitting in this class?
So Heather is sitting not all the way in the back, but towards the back at a seat that is closer to the door on the side of the room. Right now, she's in, a very well put together outfit. There's a turtleneck sweater that's like a baby blue. There are some pearls. Maybe they're real, maybe they're not, but they're classy. She has blonde hair that appears to be natural, at least, that extends a few inches past her shoulders. And while she waits for class to start, she's leaned on her desk, kind of idly chatting with some of her friends next to her about what happened over the weekend.
And one of your friends is like, so when do you think that mall's going to finish being built? Like, they've been working at it forever. Like, isn't your mom on like the building committee for that or something?
No, I told you, my mom's in Parks and Rec. I mean, I guess that is rec. I could ask her, but I always just assumed that it would never finish. I don't know. It's always been under construction.
Wild. It's like we could really use some place to hang out that's not the roller rink and bowling
I know,
alley.
I'm
Not all
really
alley.
tired of bowling and skiing. Bowling and skiing. I wish we had like a movie theater that showed movies that actually came out this decade.
I mean, like the theater sort of had it had the new Star Wars, but I mean that came out in like 1983.
Yeah, that's already a while ago. Yeah, I guess I'll ask her about it. We gotta fix this,
Yeah.
or I'm gonna start throwing parties.
And the camera sort of shifts to Willie. Willie, where are you sitting and what are you up to?
Willie is probably in like the furthest back desk in the class. He's this kind of like 6'1", lanky, gangly bastard who kind of looks like he got all of his height over one summer and like the rest of his body hasn't caught up with him. He's got like messy ginger hair with sideburns that make like he thinks makes him look really cool. Like his eyebrows pierced, but it looks kind of like sloppy and uneven, like someone did it in a back alley. He like is wearing like a kind of like white, kind of dirty tank top, like with a kind of the nicest thing he probably owns, like a yellow members only jacket that's above it. And he's just like sitting there, his like feet up on the desk, and he's got like a straw in one hand, and he's firing spitballs at just like the person immediately in front of him.
Stop it. Quit it.
Or what?
Fired at someone else.
Why?
I'll pay you $5 if you fired at someone else. This kid pulls out like a crumpled up 5 and puts it in your hand.
I turn all. I'll shoot probably at Travis Bagel.
The camera, I think, will follow that single spitball as it flies through the air. And make me a
Oh no!
first roll of the night. What are we gonna
no.
do? What do we
Incredible.
think? What do we think is a good spitball stat?
Not charm.
Not charm.
Oh,
I think
good.
this is a grit roll for you, and I think
grit roll.
where's
Okay.
Travis sitting?
Travis is probably actually sitting closer to the front.
Okay, so this is going to be a difficult roll because you got to get some distance on this. This is going to be a grit roll, and I'm going to say this is going to be difficulty. It's going to be difficulty 8. You've got a D8
Okay.
on your grit, though, so
I do have a D8. So, let's see what we can do here. That's a 3. So, someone got caught in the crossfire.
I think your homeroom or question for the class. Which class would this be? And is this homeroom or is this like I think I might have mentioned this was homeroom.
I think you mentioned homeroom. So homeroom, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think you go to aim it and it just about hits Travis Bagel, but you actually overshoot it a little bit. And instead, walking in through the front door with like timing that you have never encountered before in your life is your homeroom teacher. As she crosses the threshold, this spitball comes up, and now I actually do need a die for this. Give me a D6 for this character's flight. That's a 3. And this spitball hits her directly in the side of the head and instantly whips. Are you going to try and hide the straw that you've been using for this?
150%. Yeah.
Ooh, make me a charm roll, Willie.
What's the difficulty?
You're trying to act innocent. Difficulty 5.
Okay. D4. So
Yeah.
that's a 2.
Hickey, detention.
What? What are you talking about? This is from my from my from like the ether plot, like a big gulp. I was just, cleaning it out. Come on.
Detention. Or if you keep talking back to me, it'll be for the rest of the week.
It's only for the rest of the week.
I love this so much. But as the camera will shift to Travis Bagel, would you be able to describe Travis for me and give me a description of Travis and tell we know where he's sitting already.
Yeah. So Travis is a middle height, a black kid, rather short hair. Probably right now wearing a black hoodie and some blue jean shorts, despite it being cold outside. Because
Oh, you're one of those kids.
yeah,
Where
he's
the
one of
shorts
those kids.
Doesn't matter the weather. Shorts and yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like a plain hoodie, and underneath he's wearing like probably this very same tie-dye shirt, because his parents probably sent him off to camp, and he's like, I can hide it. But he was sitting there reading a book he probably checked out from the library about dinosaurs, because he's checked this book out like 14 times, and he's got to keep reading it to keep himself busy.
Amazing. As you're sort of flipping through the pages on dinosaurs, the homeroom teacher's like, I mean, what did you do in homeroom ever, other than just like it really wasn't for anything. It's like maybe you got caught up on homework. Probably not. More likely you just goofed off for the interim. Really it was just a holding cell until you could actually get to your classes for the day. The uh uh you all continue your conversations sort of in hushed tones as your beleaguered homeroom teacher. Uh, does anybody have a name for the homeroom teacher?
I don't think we call her by her full name, but I'm going to pitch Selena Declan.
Declan? Okay. And do you call her Miss Declan or
Miss Declan, yeah,
Miss
probably.
Declan?
Regardless of whether or not she's married or not.
Yeah, Miss Declan.
Mm.
Miss Declan is just looks exhausted, and has since like wiped the spitball off her forehead and is grading papers for another class that she teaches, just long enough for the bell to ring and you all to go about your respective classes. How do your classes go for the day?
I imagine Travis is just doing his work as fast as possible so he can keep reading his book, and probably sketching like random stuff in the margins of his notebook, just trying to remain unnoticed. Because he just wants to have his schoolwork done. Like he's worried about like going home today.
Why are you worried about going home today?
More than likely, I think they mentioned his sister was probably going to be visiting sometime soon, and he's worried that that he's going to miss her.
Is your sister off at college and is just sort of coming home for a break, or?
She doesn't live at home anymore, but I think she might be either at college or, yeah, probably at college, and maybe coming home for a vacation soon.
Okay. She's got her too soon, Willie. You get all of your homework done in sort of like in between classes at lunch. Willie, how does your day go?
Kind of about the same, I imagine, as homeroom did. Chaotic, being a little bastard, a little stinker.
Do you try and skip out on detention at the end of the day?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, you're gonna try and cut detention, huh?
Yeah. What's the harm? They can't keep me. Goes against my rights.
Oh my god, I love this little bastard that you've created.
He's great.
Ooh. At the end of the day, make me a flight roll.
Can do.
Before that though, Heather, how does your day go?
I think it's mostly to standard. I talk more in the classes I like than the ones that I don't. I'm kind of tired from practice over the weekend. It's getting colder. It's October.
The
I
first
don't
snowfall's
have
coming
detention,
very
so
soon.
that's nice.
And the first snowfall's coming very soon, which means that like practicing for your ski competitions is going to start coming up.
Yeah. It's coming up fast.
Very fast. Um, over the intercom at some point during the day, there's a message from the principal of the school. Does the principal have a name?
I just forgot every single name.
Every single name
Like-
that could possibly exist?
Yeah, names
Principal
aren't
Porter.
Principal Porter?
Porter. Yeah.
Okay. There's an announcement from Principal Porter over the intercom that says, attention all students, as you are aware, the fall formal is coming up fairly shortly. And with that, a reminder needs to be placed upon all senior students. Yes, quackers will be making an appearance. No, you may not steal quackers. Quackers, as you all know, is the high school mascot. Quincy Quackers is a duck, a real live waterfowl that is the school's mascot. There is a cartoon version of Quincy that like adorns the halls, but there is an actual duck that is owned by the principal. Quincy Quackers, it will be making an appearance at the fall formal to crown the homecoming king and queen. As you all know, and a quick reminder to senior students, any pranks targeting Quincy will not be tolerated and can result in a suspension that will go on your permanent record.
If Willie is in one of my classes when that announcement goes out, I'm literally just going to look at him and just shake my head because I know he's going to try something.
Biggest smile. The biggest like like evil bully like laughing.
The wringing of hands.
Yeah.
At that point, Willie, one of your friends nudges you and says, "Hey,
What?
we're totally gonna steal that duck, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah, of course.
What's the plan then?"
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it
And
out.
I turn around and interrupt this.
Yeah, go for it.
You can't steal Quincy. How many times have we gone over this? Jesus.
So you're not gonna help me by telling me all the like the layout of the homecoming, everything?
Absolutely not, William.
Why not?
As if I would ever tell you. Quincy is a nice duck.
Listen, I heard that Quincy's actually like super cursed. Like you never want to be Quincy's chosen.
Come on, you don't actually believe that.
No, seriously, like my second cousin, like a couple years ago when he was a senior, like totally got stared down by that duck and had nightmares for a week afterwards. Couldn't sleep and went totally crazy. Had to like go for like Like, just couldn't handle it. Cracked under pressure.
Because the duck looked at him.
Tell
You
me.
don't think that that's
The duck is
indicative of
cursed.
something further?
No, but like seriously, had like bad dreams, bad luck duck, bad luck duck.
Bad luck duck.
And so you want to steal him
Well, maybe we could figure
because
out what
that
the curse...
will make your luck good?
Well, I mean,
Think about this.
well, maybe we can figure out like what the curse entails.
Yeah, or like it could be like a what's
Like-
that? What's that one story with the chick snakes? You cut her head off and then and
Like
maybe
Medusa?
if we cut his head off and
Magusa!
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 Give me a reason why I shouldn't report you to the principal's office.
Heather. Come on. It'd be fun. I'm not gonna decapitate a duck.
I don't trust you.
What is this?
We'd never heard a duck.
Yeah. What is this? A Sissy Spacek film? Come on.
And, like, it's a point of pride. No one's ever actually stolen the duck. Yeah. Do you think if we're like the first ones to do it?
She just sighs and turns back around in her desk and faces forward again.
100% is Travis writing down Magusa in his book. Just Magusa is just incredible.
Magusa.
Magusa. Yeah, we got this.
Totally got this. Travis, at some point, the librarian approaches you and says, Travis, you usually drop groceries off for Miss Davies, yes?
Yes.
She asked me to put in a special order for a book. Would you be able to deliver this to her today? It just came in.
Travis,
And I mean, normally I'd ask her, but she only really comes out of her home like once a month, and it's
Travis looks reluctant, but he 100% is just like, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it. If I'm gonna see her today or tomorrow, I'll give her the book.
excellent. And we'll put down a book on the desk. Gemma, tell me what book you ordered from the library this time.
I ordered the history of cattle wrangling in Colorado.
Ooh. So yeah, it's a very nice leather-bound book. It's got gold embossing, and it's got a sort of one of those sort of inset pictures of a rancher's farm with old black and white picture.
Okay. And Travis is gonna take it and nod to the librarian, and as soon as they leave, he's gonna flip through the book for any kind of interesting pictures.
There's actually a whole bunch of old homesteader pictures of ranchers in the Colorado Territory, and it's quite cool. There's pictures of some cowboys, pictures of basically. There's even one small section of that's you're a little too high up in the mountains for any sort of cattle ranching, but it's pretty nice. Yeah, you've got some pretty nice pictures in it that you can copy down if you want, or
Yeah.
it's a fairly old book as well.
Probably going to practice drawing horns like on the T-Rex I just drew next to my math homework.
Heck yeah. And with that, close to the end of the day, the bell rings, and you all are free except for Mr. Willie Hickey, who is, if you want to try and escape your punishment, I'm going to ask you for a flight roll.
I would love to escape my punishment, please.
This is going to be a difficulty 7.
Okay.
You got a D10 plus 1 on your flight.
10 plus 1.
That's another 3. Beautiful.
Okay.
Anytime you fail a roll, please mark down that you have an adversity token.
Oh, thank God. How many have I failed now? 87?
This is, I think, your 3rd failed roll.
Every roll I've
Magic
done.
3.
It's the magic number.
So yeah,
Love
you do
Schoolhouse
have,
Rock.
you have 3 points of adversity right now that you can spend 1 for 1 to increase your stat on a roll. Did you roll a 3 on the die or did you roll a 2 on the die?
I rolled a 2 on the die.
Okay, so yeah, it's 3.
Yep.
That's not going to help you. I was trying to help you. Couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Couldn't do
It's
it.
fine. It's fine. I'll die.
The bell rings, and you are so close. You think you might you figured okay, if I hide and what's your plan for sneaking out past the teachers?
My plan is to I think I'm still in that mindset that I can get lost in a crowd decently easily.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try to disappear in the wave of students rushing out
without realizing that you're in a class full of middle schoolers at that time, and you're 6'1".
Yeah, I'm 6'1" in an obnoxious yellow members only jacket. Yeah.
You hear the sound of a throat clearing behind you.
I'm ignoring it.
Mr. Hickey?
It's my father, but I'm here. You need a message? Because hey, if you're gonna send him a message, then home? All right.
Homeroom for detention.
Home.
It's Miss Declan behind you.
I don't remember that.
And you probably don't remember the spitball that hit my head. Yeah. Homeroom now.
Ugh. I'll trudge after her.
And she's got you doing it's okay, well, while you're here, I'm going to need there's a set of blackboards, the rollout ones. I'm gonna need you to wipe these down. Once they're done, you can go home.
Just those two?
There are about 5 of them. The desks have been pushed off to the side.
Oh.
There's a bucket with some soapy water and a cloth inside that you can use to scrub them off. Some of them have been defaced a little bit with permanent marker.
Anything fun? Are they all from me? The majority of them from me. Okay. All clean.
Okay, you spend the evening doing that. The camera will follow. Travis, are you gonna hop on your bike and are you heading to Gemma's or are you going straight home?
I know we normally also do deliveries for Gemma, so I'm going to stop at home first,
okay,
especially if it's closer, and see if there's anything else that I need to bring.
Your mom says, yeah, we've got a order of half a dozen bagels. Always. Listen, it's our bestseller.
I know, Mom. It's I know.
It was listen, your dad married me and I'm the baker. There's also a loaf of bread and just a couple sweet treats. I threw in a couple um, lemon tarts.
I think she likes those. So, um, all right, I'll be back after I drop this stuff off.
Okay. Be home in time for dinner. Your sister should be stopping in any second now.
Okay. All right. All right. And he will back on his bike, his yellow and blue bike, and just book it because he wants to be there when she gets there.
Absolutely. You pull in sort of uh, to the old, it's an old Victorian style manor with large, sort of overgrown trees. It looks very old, very almost decrepit in sort of ways, and the trees and bushes cast like these sort of deep shadows on this old Victorian manor. But you know who lives inside, and you know that she's not as scary as everyone says. But Gemma, how was your day today?
Oh, it's just great. I got up in the morning and I watched the birds for a while at the window. And then I was inspired for a painting of what was inside that bird. And so I spent a lot of time really perfecting like the musculature of a bird heart on the canvas. And then I took this bottle of paint that I had in a squirt bottle and I just sprayed all over it in this like green color because sometimes birds' souls could be green and not blood red. And now that I'm finished, I'm just sitting in the living room, just waiting for my bagels.
There's a knock. I'd assume there's no doorbell.
Oh no, there's a really kind of creepy door knocker though that has kind of a gargoyle, and you have to reach into its mouth to knock. So it's almost like the teeth are gonna get you, but they're not, right?
I think Travis, every time he goes to that door, he looks at that thing and knocks on the door, but still touches the teeth on it.
It jingles when you knock on the door because it's loose.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully, it doesn't fall off this time.
Oh, I'll be right there. And you hear her, George, get back. No, you can't go out. George, stop and get back. And she's kicking her cats. She has 4 cats. And Ringo, no. Okay, it's your sister. Get her. Okay, hold on. And stop. And then she, opens the door. Hey, Travis. Good to see you. Come on in before the cats get out.
And I walk in.
Excuse me. It's a little, it's really cold in here. She doesn't turn the heater on because she finds that it keeps her sharper during the day for her painting. She stays more awake and doesn't need coffee anymore if she just doesn't turn the heat on.
Is that painting where Travis can see it?
Yeah, it's right there. And you can see that there's like oversplatter and it's kind of hit the shelf behind it. Like there's some books and it kind of oversplattered.
There's no drop
And
off.
she hasn't gotten to that yet.
If Travis sees it, he's gonna nod in appreciation and then go, you should add some bones.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Here, hold on. Let me turn on the Beatles. Just one sec. And she rushes over to the turntable and you can see that the record has stopped. Well, it's ended and it's just spinning with the needle on the label, and she stops it and she flips it over carefully, and it's a really old record player, and she sets it down, and then Meet the Beatles starts. Just okay, now carry on. Things are better.
He kind of walks over to where he knows like your counter is and sits the stuff out. He's like, normally I'd stay, but my sister's supposed to be home today, so.
Oh, okay. I was okay. Cool. That's great. No problem. That's groovy.
Okay. Did you want me to tell my folks if you wanted anything else?
Um, well, I was
He
hoping
pulls out the
go
book.
ahead. Oh, that's great. I'd totally forgotten that. Thank you. And she just takes it from you. You really shouldn't ride your bike in the dark though. Anyway, do you, yeah, you shouldn't.
I will consider it sometime.
I noticed you didn't get a light on your bike yet, and um, there are things out there that will fucking kill you.
You are not wrong,
You know.
Miss Davies.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to my filet mignon that I forgot I was gonna cook tonight. So, I guess you're not staying for dinner. Bye. And she just turns and says, "All right, let's go, Beetle Cats." And she just heads back towards the kitchen.
Travis will take one last look at the art and it's like, like imagining how, like, if that's how a bird heart looks, because he knows that birds are evolved dinosaurs, that he's like, maybe that's what they look like, maybe just bigger. And then he just leaves. And,
You hear a holler. Can you use your key to lock yourself out?
yeah. And he closes the door and tries to lock it, but it's one of those old rickety ones, so it takes him a couple tries.
Okay.
It stinks.
One of the beetle cats, Ringo, is going to try and escape.
Oh no! Can I stop the cat from escaping? Because I'm like, I don't want to deal with you right now.
Make me a. Cats are fast. Make me a flight roll.
Oh no! Flight roll,
It's
fantastic.
not gonna be hard. Ringo's kind of chubby. It's gonna be difficulty, let's say 4.
I rolled a 4.
So roll that again.
Mm-hmm.
And 2.
Okay, so that's a 6 total. Easily done. Just before you're about to leave through the front door, you can see Ringo. What does Ringo look like, Gemma?
She's the smallest of them. She has she's black, and one of her eyes kind of is closed part way, but she's really small. She almost looks like a bunny, but she's got a big old belly because I feed her all sorts of milk because she's the runt.
Think about this. Ringo, you see that sort of look in Ringo's eyes as this cat sort of like does that wiggle that cats do just before they're about to like try something. And you're like, nope, no, 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 no. Then you slam the door just before this cat closes, just before this cat exits the building. You shut the door just before and like close and lock it behind you.
I sigh very exasperatedly because I'm like, if that cat had gotten out, I would have been so furious. And then he realizes I probably wouldn't have said anything. And I get on my bike and I ride off.
And at this point, Willie, you get out of class. You finished your punishment for the day. The would you say that you'd pass by the school again, Travis, on your way home?
I say that I passed by the school.
Yeah.
Probably.
You can see Willie exiting the building just as you ride by on your bike.
So I definitely catch his eyes, and I'm like, I don't say anything unless they say something.
What's up, bagel boy?
I I knew it. Why do you keep doing this?
Doing what? Just said hey.
Yeah. Right. I know what you said. You and he just kind of breathes deep for a second because he's trying not to drop the F bomb that he got from Jeva because it passes along to the next person. He's just like, listen, I'm going home. I don't have time.
We have one F bomb per stream, and we're not spending it on you.
Excellent. So yeah, he continues riding on his bike. Like I don't have time for you right now.
Willie, your bike is waiting for you outside of. What do you are you gonna head home or?
Yeah, I guess. I'll pedal on home. Kind of like with my half deflated tires and like my gears that stick as I kind of trudge my bike back home.
The gear stick, one of the tires has gone a little flat on you.
Yeah.
One of your friends might have let the air out of it a little.
I just
Heather, did you have practice or did you go straight home? Um,
Oh, me. Yes. I presumably hung around for a little bit doing like hanging posters, basic fall formal duties for maybe an hour or so and then head home.
You probably get out of school around the same time. You see Willie start pushing their bike home.
I see him. I'm quiet for a little bit, and then I say, "All right, Perseus, you want to ride?" Because Perseus slays Medusa.
yeah, no, yeah, I just yeah. Be nice.
No repeat of last time. Sit in the back.
Okay. Like a taxi?
Yes, like a taxi.
Okay.
You're gonna load the you drive what type of car do you drive, Heather?
Okay, I have a Lincoln. So it's like it's big from the outside, and then when you get in it, it's like even weirdly bigger when you sit in the seats. It has like the convertible top, but it's closed right now because it's cold.
Mhm.
Presumably, if it were warmer out, she would have it open. The color of it is like that same pale blue. It's kind of her favorite color. So a lot of her like signature things are that. Yeah.
Okay.
And dangling from the dashboard is one of the plush Quincy's, like from the mirror.
Nice. Do you get out and pop the trunk so that Willie can put his bike in the back?
Yeah.
Willie will try to gently put his bike in there and try not to like scuff everything.
Easily done. It's like one of those cars that's built like a tank, so it's like fairly easy for you to just put your bike into the back. And it doesn't really damage anything. You close the trunk. Doesn't quite close all the way. But the two of you hop in the car and begin to drive.
You still live in the same place? Haven't miraculously moved?
Yeah, nah, sorry, you have to drive to the bad side of town again.
There is no bad side of town. That's bad thinking.
Mm-hmm. And where's your house? On what side of town is that?
Just not the one that you live in.
Ah,
It's not your environment that made you an asshole. You chose to be one. And then, and then she turns the radio on, and it's Fleetwood Mac.
Willie doesn't have a comeback for that.
That's fine. They can drive the rest of the way in silence. She doesn't have anything else to say.
Tango and the Knights playing on the radio. And just awkward silence. As you sort of pull in to Willie, what does your house look like?
I kind of like assume that it's like maybe like one step up from like a trailer park home. Like it's not anything nice. It's probably
like a
yeah.
mobile home, but they've put an addition on it.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Respect.
And you know, it's kind of half dilapidated. There's probably like out in front of it, there's like probably a bunch of like signs up front, kind of like all kind of, you know, plastered and missing posters probably in front of it. They look, you know, like they've been replastered up over and over and over again as like the elements continue to destroy them.
And it's the same sort of photocopied picture of a young girl. About how old was your sister? And is she your older or younger sister?
My younger sister. She was around 10.
And how long ago did your sister disappear?
That would be probably around 4 or 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same sort of picture of your sister smiling. I think it's like a birthday picture. It sort of has like one of those missing teeth on the side. And it's been it's one of those pictures that's been photocopied so many times, like it's a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, that it's almost like unrecognizable at this point. But it's black and white. She smiles at you as you walk into the house. If you have any information, please call. And it's got your parents' phone number. And what was your sister's name?
My sister's name, I totally remember off the top of my head because I'm a very considerate brother that really cares about their sibling, Kelly.
Kelly.
Got it. Yeah.
Kelly Hickey.
Yep, Kelly Hickey.
And the you sort of open the door, pull your bike out of the back, and you can hear your your parents are divorced, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it's just my mom.
You can hear your mom yelling from inside the house already.
Before Heather drives away, I'm gonna go, do I owe you anything? I have this blood money, and I'll pull out the 5 that I got earlier.
The crumpled 5.
Yeah. It kind of like flops over in my hand. Yes, no, maybe so. I mean, is my peasant cash not enough for you?
Heather, Willie's trying to hand you $5.
Yeah.
Um,
One day Max will return.
Max.
Oh, I'm still muted. Okay.
Yeah. You are.
Hello. Willie is trying to hand Heather $5.
Oh,
Take
she
for
is
the ride.
ignoring you fully on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just crumple it and just kind of drop it in the trunk, I guess, since that's really the only thing that's open. And I'll
Slam
close
the
it.
trunk. Do you slam the doors of the car? Are you that inconsiderate or no?
No, I gently close them.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll
Selective bullying.
drop the 5, close the trunk, and
Can't stand people with a card and do anything, I guess.
yeah. And I'll, hike my bike on up.
Let's see. You open the door, and your mom is yelling at someone on the phone. What is your mom's name?
Jenny
Jenny.
Hickey.
And what is your dad's name?
William Sr.
William Sr., that's right. God damn it, Will. I keep trying to tell you. Like, listen, like, what you sent was fine. Like, it was enough to get us groceries for the month and keep the roof over our heads, but I need you to help out a little bit more around here. What you're sending me isn't quite enough to... Listen, just call me back when you get this, and slams down the receiver. Like, she just left a angry voice message onto a tape recorder. You're late.
Yep. Another day.
Listen, Day got away from me. There's TV dinners in the freezer.
Yeah.
You know the drill.
I'll go.
I gotta go to my shift.
Yeah. Have a good night. Love you.
Yeah, love you too, kiddo. And she puts on a jacket or sort of over an apron. It's got monogrammed on the front Joe's.
Yeah.
She's wearing sort of her pink dress underneath it.
Mhm.
All right. And she takes off through the front door, and your tire's looking low. You might want to put some air in it. There's a pump in the garage.
Yeah, I know.
And she takes off.
Yeah. I'll make myself dinner, probably duct tape up the slash in my tire if there's a slash in it.
Oh no, they literally just took the cap off.
Okay,
and then
they just took the cap off?
And then pushed it up to let the air
Jerks.
out.
Jerks. Yeah. And then I'll fill it, and then I'll read in my room until I fall asleep.
Comic books?
No, I'm reading I'm rereading Dragonlance.
Nice. Good choice.
Mm-hmm.
The sun sets over the town. Actually, first off, we'll switch to the car. It sort of follows Heather, and Heather's car as it takes off through the town towards the nicer portion. Your parents are fairly well off. You pass by the creepy Victorian manor. that kind of looks a little out of place compared to your parents have one of those fairly new infills that's got it's it's one of those very 80s homes, I'm thinking.
Perfect.
It's like top of the line, circa 1985 is when it was built. So it's got sort of like those sharp angles. Everything is very bright and white. And you sort of
Hurts your eyes.
and yeah, you pull into the front. There's that big sort of California style picture window at the front. You sort of trot up the steps and into the into the um into the home. Your mom is home. She's chatting with your dad uh at sort of like just sort of at the kitchen table or at the dining room table. You're just in time. Do you have any siblings? Or are you an only child?
Always, I don't always play only children. I can have a sibling. He's older, but he lives here like half the year when he's not at college.
Okay. Um, what is your sibling's name?
His name is Charlie.
Um, so your mom is just sort of having a conversation. It's like Charlie is just called, said that he's just getting finished studying for midterms, and then he might be heading back this weekend just to have a quick little visit with us.
Oh, that's early.
Yeah.
Cool, I guess. There's no like cell phones yet, so it's not like they text each other.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Like literal phone call, literal like answer chat for about it. We had a good talk for about
Yeah.
an hour. He's a little stressed. You know how it is. How was your day? How was the homecoming committee meeting?
That was good. One of my friends asked me today about the mall. Do you know if they're ever going to finish the mall? Because people are expecting me to answer.
Uh, well, I mean, I'm not it's not really my department. I mostly handle like if the beautification of the parks around town. I make sure that like the national parks are staffed.
I know what you do. That's what I told them.
I
They
know
still
it's
asked.
um I mean but I do know someone in the city planning committee, and I can ask around.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And I think people are going to try to steal Quincy again.
Oh, they always do that. Your dad got close one year.
I didn't know Dad was a Quincy thief.
Your dad just sort of like has been absent-mindedly like reading the newspaper and during dinner, and sort of like flips it down and says, "I got close. That duck eludes me to this day." And flips it back up and continues reading.
Do you
Uh,
also think that he's cursed?
uh, closes the paper and gets very serious for a second and says, "I don't want to talk about it."
Oh my God, am I the only sane person in this town? Ah. Oh, that's not true. There's Joe.
Listen, all I know is that one of my classmates got stared at by the duck during the spring formal. And the very next day, got struck by lightning. Hand of God.
Wait, did they live?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Freak thunderstorm, too. Like, normally we get them later in the year, like summertime.
So this is like a real thing that people believe that the duck does.
The duck is cursed, I'm telling you.
Well, if you believe it, then maybe I'll consider.
Listen, there's a lot of things in this town. There's maybe some kernel of truth to it. But mind you, the duck has been the duck's been replaced so many times it's not even the same duck as it was.
So then, so are you saying that all of the ducks in Quincy are cursed?
No.
So if the duck has been replaced, how does the curse continue? There are plot holes in your conspiracy.
All I can tell you is that the duck from my day at least was cursed. As for the current duck, couldn't tell you.
Charlie's gonna agree with me, because he's a man of science.
For the record, chat, everything about this whole duck plotline was given to me by my players during session 0.
And we're using it.
You don't know.
I'm the one who decided there was an actual duck.
It's true. I couldn't tell you about the current duck. I can only tell you about the ducks of days gone by.
The ducks of Christmas past.
The ducks of Christmas past.
The ducks of future past.
I've seen that movie so many times.
Definitely going to be the version of history where we get, the DuckTales movies. Like those are just going to be cursed. No one in Quincy watches those.
No one in Quincy watches DuckTales.
Sam Riegel will become the enemy of Quincy, Colorado.
Heard it here first.
The camera shifts Travis to the Bagel residence. Where is the Bagel residence? Is it above, is it sort of like in the, is there like an apartment above the bakery that y'all live in? Or is there you actually have a home, like a house in the city or in the town?
I think we probably have a smaller house, probably closer to Willie's than I would like, but it's there simply probably because the rent is cheaper, and we migrate to the bagel place to set up shop for the day. So my dad definitely works the long hours, and just wants to come home and sleep and not have to deal with any kind of the hard questions.
When you get home, your sister is there. It's dinner time, and they're all sort of sitting around the table. Um, Everyone's gonna try and steal the duck. This duck is just. I hate this plotline, but I love this plotline, but I hate this plotline. It's the worst. Best worst.
I'm 100% gonna, just give my sister Morgan a big hug.
Yeah, Morgan stands up and picks you up, gives you one of those hug and lift. It kind of cracks your back a little bit. And then she punches you in the shoulder as hard as she can.
And it hurts.
Yeah.
I'm just yo, that hurt a bit. Can we not do that again?
Gotta do it to you. It's tradition at this point.
I guess, but some traditions could be broken. He like glances over at his parents really quickly and then looks back.
Oh, hey, I brought you something, and I'll give it to you a little bit later. And
Okay.
your sister, just sort of like looks at your parents, looks back at you. It's like, I brought you something. It's just in my backpack up in my room, but I'll give it to you later. And you're sort of sitting around, having dinner. Hi, Bo. Welcome in. Good to see you. Um, uh, your, uh, hmm. So your both your parents work at the bakery, or just your mom?
I think they both work there, but my mom's like the primary person who does like the cooking,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad definitely helps. It's just that kind of relationship where it's like, yes, you're in the kitchen, and I continue to have to repeatedly tell you what to do, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if it's weaponized incompetence or not.
Mm.
Amazing. Your mom is just like, uh, your mom has been like cooking in the kitchen for a little bit, and your dad's been trying to help, and she's been like smacking his hand away from like the pots as he like goes to try and stir something. Is like, keep your hands off now. Like, I got this. You go sit down, like have a drink, and like talk with your kids for once, please. And your dad sort of grumbles and sits down and just like looks at your sister and is like, "So how's school?" And your sister's like, "Good. I've been doing okay with my classes. That's good." Like your dad's like one of those people that like doesn't quite know how to engage with with you or your sister. Um, and like, how was class, uh, Travis?
It was fine. I delivered grades as normal. Just
Keeping your grades up?
yeah. I was only. He turns to Morgan and is like, I was only late because I had to drop off some pastries for Miss Davies down the way.
Oh, how
And
is she? She still
uh,
got those cats?
yep, yep. One of them tried to leave, and I was fortunate enough not to have to deal with that problem.
George bit me once. I swear, like, I still got the scar. And, like, just pull up like the sleeve, and it's like a there's like this sort of like white scar that's like faded a little bit. It's like it's right there. Can't really see it at this point, but like she swears it's still there.
Uh,
He
Travis
makes the
kind of.
weirdest noises.
I
It doesn't
don't know
sound like a
why she's
cat.
any. I don't know why, but it's. I kind of wish she would come out more often because she seems kind of cool, but like the whole place looks like it's haunted. And the only reason why I went there the first time was because Dad was supposed to go and he didn't go, so I
Oh no,
had to
I
go.
had to do the delivery route a whole bunch when I was about your age too.
Yeah, and I mean, but she's really nice. And, like
She's nice
maybe we
enough.
should.
Like she's harmless. She just is just a little bit creepy. So all, and I mean, I don't believe the rumors.
I don't either. We probably should have her over for dinner one time. I think she'd like that.
Have her over for dinner before she has us for dinner. Listen, that was mean. That was mean.
Look, if she if she did that, I haven't seen anything. I've been in the house. She showed me all the
So have
rooms.
I. I've seen every single room in that house. It's not there's like there's no way that like she could have like done the things that they said she did.
I don't think so either. Um, she seems too nice.
She's very
Just
nice. Like I said, she's a little bit of an odd person.
yeah, she's odd, but I mean it. I feel like she doesn't. She at least doesn't take any trash though. Like that's. I kind of like that.
I
Like
respect
I'm.
it, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, kiddo. And she sort of like gives you like a playful punch. Your mom's like already served dinner and like has sort of like talked with you for a little bit, and like uh you all ate. Your sister takes you up to her old room, um, and like pulls open a backpack and hands you uh like stacks of comics. Like, and just like, here you go. I picked these up in Denver. There's like a really good comic shop up there. So here we've got some Marvel. We've got some DC titles. I think you'll probably like all these. And I also got you this. And she grabs out a book that is like big. It's hardcover, and it's a book on how to draw comics like Jack Kirby.
Like Travis's eyes go wide, and he's just like, "You got this for me," and he like scoops it up immediately, and like just starts flipping through the pages like this, like it's his birthday, and it's really not, but it's definitely celebrating. Like he's just like, "Oh," and like he immediately like he just goes over and gives his sister another hug, and is like, "Thank you." Like
No
I,
problem. Listen, like I know mom and dad probably want you to like take over the shop, but I think that you could probably really do something with your art. You're really talented at it.
yeah, and it helps. Like I really like, and he pulls out his sketchbook, not even a sketchbook, but just like his homework that he had been sketching over, and then now looking at it is like I'm probably gonna have to draw that on actual paper. Uh, that's not my homework, and like start showing her all the little like dinosaurs that he's been drawing and all the bone structures, and it's like like these guys were buried so long ago, like it they're so cool. Like maybe one day I can like make a comic about like dinosaurs that transform into robots or something.
Ooh. Uh, that would be so cool. Like Transformers?
Yeah, yeah, like them. And he immediately is just like gonna start drawing on the other edges of the same sheet of homework that he
Here,
knows he has to
that's
turn in
not gonna
tomorrow.
do you any good. And like opens like the backpack one more time, pulls out one more book, hands it to you.
Mhm.
This is also hardcover, but it has nothing on the front and nothing, no notation on it. And you open it up, it's blank pages. She got you your own sketchbook.
Amazing.
All
Thank
right.
you. I oh, it's good to
That
see you.
way, it's good to see you too. Listen, that way, if you start drawing on, because if you keep drawing on your homework, you're eventually gonna get into trouble for it, and then it gets back to mom and dad, and this way you can keep it all contained in one place.
Yeah. I guess I gotta rewrite this. Okay. And Travis will go to his room to rewrite his homework without any of the additional sketches. Uh, and yeah, that'll be it for him unless his parents try to summon him for anything.
For sure. The sun sets on town, and the it is you all wind up turning in to your respective beds for the night. Gemma, your dinner is nice. You're a very good cook. Um, and uh uh the um the cats all sort of cuddle in with you for the evening, because it is cold in your house and you don't like turning the heat on, so you curl under blankets covered in cats. All of you go to sleep in your respective domiciles. and then awaken in the dead of night to think the loudest sound that Quincy has ever heard. This sort of overwhelming, it starts off soft as this hum, and then it gets loud and loud and loud. And you all wake out of your beds. Everybody in town wakes out of their beds as as this sort of overwhelming, loud, droning noise takes over this town and shatters the windows in a lot of the downtown businesses. There are lights in the sky that night. But as for what happens next, we'll find out after our first break. So we're going to take a quick 10-minute break, everybody. We're going to go be human for a little bit. You all should do the same. Get up, stretch, do what you need to do. We will see you all in 10 minutes. And we're back. Welcome back in, everybody, to the second half of the first episode of Series 2 for The Growing of the Dim. You all awake in the middle of the night to this loud, overwhelming hum. And for those of you close enough to downtown, you can hear the shattering of glass. And in the sky above town are dozens of bright, flashing lights. Gemma, you are stirred out of bed. Do you leave your house or do you poke your head through the window?
Oh, window. That could be the government.
Would you be able to describe what Gemma looks like? Because I remember we forgot.
So she passed out on the sofa in the living room looking at the painting. So she's in the living room. The record is still going, and the cats are just kind of cuddled up with her.
Your cats are.
That we're all, and then as they jumped off, she's like, ah! And so she's like, what happened?
You were awakened first before anybody else, I think, because all of your cats start freaking out at the same time.
Yeah.
Before
they
the noise even starts.
They're on me, and so it's like Scratch City, and they dart off, and she's like, what the hell? And then boom, and so she rushes over to the back door, and she like looks out really but it has like all these chains on it because at night she locks everything up, and so she like looks out. Is it the government? Shit.
Unclear.
Shit.
All you see are these bright lights swirling in the sky from what you can see out of the veranda.
It's got to be the government. She shuts the door real quick and goes to like, she oh God, do I call some? No. I just, come here, cats. Beetle boys and girls, come on. Oh God, what do we do?
Your beetle cats have all disappeared, probably into the basement where they're fairly certain it's probably more quiet and insulated.
Oh gosh. So Gemma, she'll take her. She has long kind of gray, very graying kind of mousy brown hair, and it's kind of everywhere because she doesn't really do anything with it. And she's still got on all of her clothes from earlier. So she's got like all these layers of necklaces and bracelets and like really bright colors that don't quite match, but kind of do. And she still has like her boots on. She has these really tall boots that are like granny boots from the 1800s. They're all laced up and stuff. And so she like rushes over to the front door and looks to see, like she pokes her head, like cracks the door and like kind of walks out under the veranda and like looks out, or the cover, or the over the porch, kind of peeks out to see if she can see the lights there.
And you see them about a dozen or so of them swirling in the sky above town.
Oh, okay. Well, they kept going, so they don't care about me. And
it doesn't look like searchlights like from any helicopter you'd ever see.
So, get back in here, George. Okay, come on, get in there, kitties. And she shuts the door behind her and just kind of watches.
This loud, overwhelming hum has filled the air. And everybody at this point, you can from all the overgrown bushes, but you can see lights turning on at neighbors' houses, and everybody has come out to see what this is. Heather, your parents are out on the porch. Your mom's in a robe, has covered herself up and is looking out at this. Your dad is Chester and Rose are both outside looking up at the sky. If you would like to join them.
Yeah, I would go outside.
What do you think this is?
I don't know. I hope it doesn't make that noise again.
And then the noise is definitely dulled down, but there are these lights that are flashing and swirling in the sky. Willie, you're home by yourself. Your mom hasn't quite made it home yet. It's not quite last call.
Mhm. Um, I mean, I'm gonna definitely like peek outside and see what's going on.
Yeah, there's these bright flashing lights in the sky. Um, the hum has stopped. Uh, but yeah, like your neighbors, like you can see like everybody's porch lights are on and everybody is out, and you can just now uh begin to hear the sound of sirens from the local PD as they try to scramble to investigate. It's like there's like there's like 3 cops at the station. It's not that big of a town.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on my bike and go, I guess, to Joe's.
To
Make
see
sure
if
my
you can
mom's
find
okay.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Travis, you wake up, and your family are all sort of gathered outside at this.
Um, yeah, I'm 100% gonna like as soon as I see that there's stuff happening outside that like is unable for him to describe, he like starts putting stuff in a backpack because he's like, we may have to go. Like,
Like a bug out bag.
yeah, like he grabs his pocket knife and he grabs his scout's handbook and maybe like the little sash that he wore because it's important to him for some odd reason. Like, despite the fact that he didn't want to be in the scouts, like having the sash with all his badges on it is important.
Hmm.
And a couple other things like maybe a change of clothes.
Yeah.
Nothing like food, but just like stuff out of his room and the sketchbook and the book that his sister just gave him.
Yeah, you load up your backpack. Your parents are just the lights you get out and you see these lights sort of swirling in the sky, and just as sort of like quickly as the hum, the crash and the lights, they swirl together in sort of this weird concentric pattern, and then they stop.
Do the do the lights stop or does the movement stop?
The movement and the lights are out. It all sort of coalesces in this one pattern and then stops. There's no lights in the sky anymore.
Uh, that is not good.
And you can hear sort of the distant sirens of or the sirens of uh the single patrol car head towards downtown.
Um, So he's gonna look at Travis is gonna look at his parents. Is like, do we need to go to like a shelter or something, or
I,
are we staying here?
I think we're good for now. Normally we'd hear something. I'm gonna call your dad's like I'm gonna go place a call uh to the police station and see what it is going on. Uh your dad sort of like looks at your mom, at Talia, and says, hey, just in case, just pack a bag. Everybody pack a bag just in case we gotta get out of here. And we'll hit the road if I need to, but I'm gonna just make a call real quick. And your dad runs inside to the closest phone, um, and like begins to sort of call the local PD to see what exactly is going on. Your mom goes back in and begins to like pack like a bag with just like food for like a couple cans of food for a couple days, and like clothes and stuff. Your sister's already pretty well packed because she hasn't really unpacked from coming home for the week. And uh, Heather, your parents, your mom is also just on the phone right now, trying to contact anybody who might know something, calling the mayor, calling the local PD. Um,
Are the phone lines still up? Like, are they still like ringing and it's just busy?
the phone lines are still ringing. Your mom's just like busy. And she finally gets a hold of someone. Uh, she gets a hold of the mayor. Um, I believe we named. No, we didn't name the mayor. Um, Cheryl. Uh, Sh- Cheryl, it's Rose. From the Parks Department. What do we know about what's going on? And like you can sort of hear like that sort of squawky talk on the other end. Well, I just woke up in the middle of the night too. I don't know what the heck's going on out there. Uh, it's like there were some lights and you saw it too. Okay, well, I'm glad we're all on the same page with this. Like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do from my perspective, from my department, but oh, okay. Because your mom sort of like got like knows the big players for politics in town, because she works for the parks department. So she's got all the government numbers that are essential. So she basically called the mayor. Uh, okay. All right. We don't have to evacuate. All right. Thanks, Cheryl. And click hangs up the phone. We don't have to evacuate. But it looks like some of the buildings downtown have been damaged. The 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 sheriff and the deputies that are on it, I guess.
Um, and I look at the time, and then I look back at her, and I go, I think we should go downtown to help.
Uh, well, it looks like they want to make sure it's cordoned off for now, uh, just in case.
Yeah, but what about all the people that live there
Well,
and like have
Downtown's
businesses
mostly
there?
businesses, but basically what they're doing is they're just gonna cordon off the area. No one's gonna be allowed down there for a little bit yet,
Okay.
until they can start like actual cleanup efforts. I think this is gonna be a tomorrow thing. For now, we've been told to hang tight and get some sleep.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go to sleep after that.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, honey. You got school tomorrow. I think.
They don't cancel school for anything in this town.
No, they really don't. Unless it's like a big snowstorm, they really don't cancel school. And even then,
All right, so I guess I'm trying to go back to sleep then.
um, so, your mom sort of like, listen, if it helps you sleep, I've got one of those books on tape, like those guided meditation deals you can listen to.
She looks like she's trying not to hurt her mom's feelings.
Your mom's
I
like big into them. She's like, it puts me out like a light every time.
I think I'll be okay. Thank you though.
All right.
If any of those offices ring the house phone in the middle of the night and I wake up, I will hold them responsible.
If we have to, I'll unplug the line for the night.
Don't do that. That's probably bad. But whoever
Yeah.
calls, they're on my list.
All right. Listen, here's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unplug all the house phones except the one that's in my bedroom, so that one won't wake you up. Because I'm probably gonna be taking a bunch of more calls tonight. There might be other people that are going to try and call your mom to figure out exactly what's going on.
Yeah. No group emails.
No
Rip.
group emails. It's all phone calls. There is no Slack.
In Slack, we trust.
In Slack we trust. Travis, your dad gets off the phone and says, looks like we just need to hang tight. But bad news, though, I don't think we're going to be opening the shop tomorrow.
Why?
A lot of the downtown businesses, including ours, the windows got shattered right out of them. They think it might have been some sort of low-flying aircraft.
Low crime. They don't fly like that.
Unclear. That's all I know is what the sheriff told me. We'll probably have to go down there tomorrow to sort of survey the damage and see what it's going to be like. At least we've got insurance.
Yeah. Okay. That means nothing to me. I have stuff in there.
Well, we all do. Fine. Your mom and your dad are sort of like talking like a little bit about it. Like, okay, well, we'll go. I'll go first thing in the morning, in usual time, like I normally do, and I'm gonna go see what the damage is, and if you want to call Craig, our insurance adjuster, and see what we can do about. Means we might have to budget a little bit harder this month because we have to pay the deductible. And like, there's like adult talk happening.
Right.
That's like
Travis
super
is
boring.
100% like gonna hear that one phrase about how you're gonna have to pay a deductible. He's like, why do you have to pay to get windows fixed?
It's a whole thing. Your parents are just like having like that sort of adult talk that's like not like it in your kid mind. Don't quite get it yet. Willie, you have I'd assume you filled the air in your tire again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I filled it last night before I went to bed. So
It's ready to go, and you take off towards Joe's,
mm-hmm.
Which I think would be one of the downtown businesses, correct?
It would be. I believe so.
Your mom is like you can see that there is the single squad car that is sort of parked downtown, and there is sort of glass that has rained down in the area. Your mom is sort of sitting next to to the single cop car and is talking with one of the officers. She's like in her work uniform. Uh, doesn't have a jacket on. And you can see that like she's talking to the officer that's on scene there.
Yeah, I'm gonna like do that thing where like, you're on your bike and then you basically like jump off of it, just like kind of like fall on the ground as he just kind of is booking it towards her.
Yeah, your mom just sort of like looks at you and says, "Oh, honey," and like scoops you up into like a big hug. You can see like your mom has like a little bit of like just sort of like dried blood on the side of her face.
Oh.
It, I'm fine. It's kind of ringing in my ear. She's speaking a little bit louder because she's like, it's kind of hard to hear, hun. I'm fine
Right.
though.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm gonna take off my windbreaker and like kind of drape it over her.
You're
I'm good.
you're okay? Did that wake it woke you up, didn't it? And you see like this really old Italian man coming out of this building. Like sort of like hunched over, like the man is ancient. This is Joe, who owns the restaurant your mom works at. Your mom is like, I was at the back of the house when the whole thing went off. Luckily it was a slow night. We didn't have any patrons. But like I'm safe. We didn't hurt nobody got hurt. Was just really loud for a little bit there.
Okay. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah. Ah, say, can we go, Joe? Like, we're not gonna do any more business tonight. Joe just sort of says, "What?" If Joe actually had any hearing to begin with, it is now gone. Why don't you take the rest of the night off?
Sounds good, buddy.
Have a good night, Billy.
Close enough. Close enough.
Why is chat chanting for the duck?
We have to mention the duck every 5 minutes, or they will become upset.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
knew.
the special at Joe's tonight.
Maybe duck
No.
Blanche.
Yeah. Someone new comes in chat and they're just like, the duck.
It is the duck.
Yeah. Where is it? I would like to see the boy.
I would like to see the baby. No one has seen this duck yet. Everybody knows that the duck exists, but nobody has seen this duck yet.
Schrodinger's duck.
Who knows what happened to this duck? Anyways, here the
It got
officer,
abducted.
the sheriff on scene, just sort of nods and says, "Yeah, take the. We'll call you in the morning if we have any questions." To your mom.
Oh, I'll roll my eyes. I'll just go, pig.
Do you say that like within earshot?
I say it next to my mom. I'm not gonna go like, I'm not screaming pig at it.
Welcome in, Raiders. It's good to see you.
I'm calling a cop a pig.
ACAB. So you and your mom walks around the side to like the beat up GMC that is her vehicle.
Does my bike fit in it?
It's like a little hatchback. It doesn't. She's like, "You might have to ride home, kiddo. I'm sorry."
I can try to sketch off of it.
Ugh, that's dangerous, and there's broken glass everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Unless you want to park it inside Joe's and then come get it later.
Yeah. Aren't they gonna cordon off the whole area?
I don't know.
I don't want Pigs McGee to steal my damn bike. You know they are. It's evidence.
Your mom sort of says, "No one's going to steal your bike in this town, and it's not that nice of a bike. It's really rusty. You know how it is."
Yeah.
Joe will keep your bike safe for the night, and you can hear Joe sort of shuffle.
Joe doesn't know what a bike is.
Joe
He still
begins to
he
shuffle
still calls them penny farthings.
into the
Look at him.
upstairs of like Joe lives above Joe's. Like in like a little apartment that's above the Italian restaurant. And Joe sort of begins to shuffle into the upstairs and is walking away from you. Unless you want to... Do you want to ask him or do you want to...
Joe! Hey!
Joe can't hear you.
I'm just gonna ride it home, Mom. It's fine.
Okay.
You wanna trail behind me?
I'll make
you-
sure you get home safe.
Yeah, if you don't, yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'll match speed.
Yeah. Sorry I came out here by myself.
No, you were worried, and I probably would have done the same if I were you. Thanks. She gives you sort of a kiss on the cheek and a little pat on the side of the head. And she's like, "Oh, you got some And she like does like the mom spit
No,
thing.
not the schmutz.
And
No,
she's like, you got some food on you from dinner.
the brownie.
It's the brownie.
It
It's
got
the
heated up
brownie
too
from the
much and it-
Stofers.
Yeah. You know how they get.
Joe's kind of mumbling to himself as you see him walk upstairs. The windows in his
Walking
place
up
are
the stairs
blown out
forever.
too. You see the lights turn on, or the lights wouldn't turn on. Joe walks back down the stairs and looks at your mom. I hate to
Oh.
ask this. You got a place I can stay? And your mom's like, get in. And your mom and Joe hops in the little front seat of the car, and you all sort of take off towards your trailer.
Yeah. I guess sleep on the. I'll give Joe of Joe's my bed, I guess. So he doesn't have to sleep his old man bones on a couch. The couch is honestly probably comfier than my bed.
You are kept awake for the rest of the night with the sound of Joe snoring.
Okay.
It is louder than the hum.
Or do all the windows shatter in my trailer?
No.
My God. Okay.
But by virtue of the type of house this is,
Mhm.
it's like the old 80s construction, or it was probably built in the 70s. Or like late 60s,
Late 60s.
early 70s. So
Mhm.
by the nature of this building, it shakes. It's like one of those mobile homes where if you were to run too fast inside it, the floor echoes because it's empty underneath.
Oh God.
Welcome in, Raiders. It's good to see you. This house like sort of like rattles with the sound of Joe snoring.
Willie's gonna go sleep in the garage. He's gonna like pull out like probably his like dad's old sleeping
Yeah, there's
bag
an
that he
old,
forgot
like,
about.
Yeah, there's an old sleeping bag and an old like camping mat that's in there that you can.
Yeah.
It's not the most comfy, but like it is somehow quieter. Worst case, you could also like sleep in the back of your mom's car if you wanted to. It'd be a little cramped because you're
Sleep in the
6'1".
garage. Yeah, I'm a tall boy. I'll sleep in the garage. I don't fully fit in the sleeping bag. I have to like curl up in a little ball, but
Mhm.
I'll sleep in the sleeping bag.
The night sort of passes, or the night passes, and the sun comes up in the morning, and you all are summoned to school once again, bright and early. Though nobody in town, I think, has actually slept so much that night. And it is the talk of school, is what exactly happened. The local paper, Gemma, this morning is a late edition, unfortunately, because they wanted to squeeze this into the headlines. Mysterious hum shocks town. Residents report lights in the sky. And downtown businesses are currently reeling as windows were smashed out overnight.
See, I told you, Ringo. I knew that the windows got taken out of downtown because the government's behind it. Don't look at me that way. All right. You're right, George. I'll go check it out.
George
I'm not taking the car.
George is.
I'll take the bike and I'll wear something in case the government's watching. Okay? I'll leave the MG here. Don't worry about it. Okay, okay. John, you're the cutest little Siamese ever. You can't come with me. Okay, okay. Here you go. I'll open some tuna. Does the tuna real quick. Ah, they go crazy. All right. She slams the door shut while they're eating tuna so they don't follow her. And she hops, she runs out and she finds her bike that's out in the shed.
Mhm.
She kind of looks at her car forlornly because it's a cute little convertible and she likes it, but the bike it is. And she got out like this like big it's a wool, it's really thick and it's like a big gray wool cloak that has some like embroidery on it. And she takes it and she kind of pulls it up. And she fans it over the back. She has a milk crate attached to her. She has a Schwinn, a red Schwinn Hollywood. And so on the back, there's a big metal milk crate and she like fans the thing out over it. And she has her backpack just in case. And she kind of tucks it in the crate, or it's like one of those totes from LL Bean and it's in the crate and it has her initials on it. And GD. And so then she just starts pedaling into town.
You begin to sort of coast your Schwinn Hollywood into downtown. You see that portions of the actual downtown strip are cordoned off with police tape. Welcome in, Raiders. From Madame Gandalf. It's good to see you all. They managed to scrounge up the second squad car, so there is one posted on either end of downtown.
I avoid the squad cars, so she's gonna try to take like a shortcut or something and use her flighting or something to try to avoid them.
Okay. Make me a flight roll. This is
Only
going
her
to
Sally
be-
Jesse Raphael glasses show. They're very purple and very big.
I love it
All right.
so much.
Flight's a D20.
Gemma.
She is good at avoiding her problems.
Okay. So give me a flight roll. This is going to be a difficulty. Difficulty 8.
13.
Heck yeah.
Okay, here we go. And she kind of dodges around the back of Joe's and kind of avoids him or something.
The it looks like the squad cars are posted up on either side. The actual police are nowhere to be seen.
Oh god. Okay, well, did they leave the keys in the ignition? And she's gonna kind of peek.
So what are you looking for right now?
The keys to see if they're in the ignition.
Of which car?
The first one she comes to, the cop car. Since there's no cop there.
The keys are not in the ignition, no.
Are they under the visor?
Are you gonna steal a cop car?
Oh.
If you flip down the visor, the keys are not there.
Okay. So then she's gonna go back and she's gonna let the air out of one of the tires because they can't follow her if the car doesn't move. She's afraid of the government.
Oh my god.
That's who let the air out of my bike tire.
Government's gonna get me.
It was Gemma all along. Okay. With a 13 on a roll of 8, absolutely. You definitely let the air out of one of the tires of the cop car. It is flat on the ground. You put like a little pen knife in the valve stem and it like lets the air out.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
Okay. That's good. That's perfect. All right, now I can check. Okay. Oh, I hope the bakery's all right. And she's gonna go.
You do come across the bakery. The windows have been smashed out. It is fairly early in the morning, and you can sort of see that there is motion inside.
Travis? Hello? Mrs. Bagel?
And you sort of like see poking her head out from inside of the bakery is Talia.
Oh, good. It's you. Okay. She kind of dodges into
Mrs.
the door.
Davies? What are you doing? How'd you...
Did the government do this?
We don't think so.
Are you guys okay?
We're okay. Yeah, we just got woken up a bit of a shock last night.
Okay. I'm gonna go home now. I'm glad you're okay. If it's the government, will you call me?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It wasn't the government though. They think it might have been like some sort of low-lying aircraft.
It's either government or the duck. So I'm gonna go now. And she turns
the
and like
duck?
grabs a bagel and just, I'll pay you later. And darts out like
It's
stuffing a
it is
bagel
like-
into her mouth.
It is a day-old bagel. Like there's no
It's
fresh
comfort.
stock.
She just stuffs it in her mouth as she's like going back out to her bike, and she's getting the hell out of there.
Oh my gosh. I love Gemma so much. Talia, it's like, it's fine. Take the bagel. And like, your bike as you begin to sort of, coast out of downtown, you notice that throughout the town, normally there is a large, animal population in the city. That usually gets taken care of by the No Kill Rescue in town, which is we already named it, the Forever Pines Rescue Society.
It's very important.
Mhm.
I fund them. They don't know it's me, but I do.
They normally what they'll do is any sort of stray animal that and there are quite a few for some reason in this town, but in your entire trek throughout town, you do not see a single stray cat, dog, anything.
What about where I found Ringo? There's usually some kitties there that I
At
feed.
that sort of feral colony that
Yeah.
you sort of swing into that area, it is empty.
Kitties, it's me. It's Gemma.
There-
Guys,
it's
what the hell?
potentially similar to how your cats had an adverse reaction to the sound. They
Oh.
also might have found a place to hide away from the sound.
I brought a bagel. There's still a little bit left, guys. Okay. Well, I'll come back tomorrow. Please be careful. If the government comes, don't let them get you. Okay. Okay. I gotta get home and check on the kitties and make sure they're okay. Oh my gosh, who's gonna bring my groceries today? I can't go back out again, and I'm totally out of lettuce. Okay, Gemma, you can do this. Home. And she's just gonna pedal as fast as she can, and she's gonna forget to put her hood up.
You make me a flight roll.
Okay.
It's not a difficult one.
It's a 3. Oh no.
As you are trying, it's the difficulty that I had set was about a 5. So take an adversity token.
All right.
With you, you you forgot to put your hood up, and like normally that helps with your speed. But as you begin to sort of tuck through, you make it home, and back into your house, but not without being spotted.
Oh, do I notice that they spot me?
You do notice that several of your neighbors do see you riding through town.
Okay. I hope it's not government spies. I might have weed a little. I gotta get home. She closes her eyes for a second and accidentally wrecks the bike. Guess she closed her eyes.
The bike spins and you sort of fall to the ground a little bit and scrape up your arm.
Dang it.
One of your neighbors sort of rushes out. Miss Davies, are you okay?
Fine, it's the government. They're gonna kill you. Go back in your homes where it's safe.
What?
I'm gonna go now. And she picks herself up and she wipes
Are
blood
you-
like I'm okay. Watch out for the
you-
government, though. They broke all the glass downtown, and they're gonna come for us next. You should lock the doors.
Lock the door.
Lock them.
door.
It's very serious. They might skin you or something. They're the government. You don't know. Okay, I gotta go. I'm out of lettuce.
You make your way. I'm out of lettuce. Eventually, you make your way back home into the safety of your house, and you lock the door behind you. And You can
She
sort
just
of
kind
feel
of
that
melts down.
sigh of relief
What did I
that
do
fills your
going out?
chest.
It's government.
Your
now.
arm's a little bit banged up. Nothing too bad. It's mostly superficial.
Okay. Well, the government doesn't know I'm here because I've been careful. And I'm gonna be okay.
The kitties sort of come back up. Paul is the first to greet you.
Oh, you're the best. He's like this big white Persian, and he kind of just she picks him up and kind of fluffs his face in her face. You're the best, George. Or Paul George. Oh my gosh, Paul, I love you. You're my favorite. Don't tell. Shh.
George begins to purr loudly.
Come here, George. You guys.
And like Ringo's like doing the circling your legs.
Oh, you guys are okay. I was
They're
worried
all-
you guys
your-
might break
your-
out or
Your
something.
kitties are fine.
Ooh,
I
okay.
think you came in such a hurry that it kind of scared them a little bit, and they normally would have tried to escape.
Okay.
But your franticness to come back in the house, you find that they're all four are accounted for.
Whew. All right. I'm going to throw on a record. I'm going to make a cup of tea, and I'm going to forget any of that ever happened. And that shouldn't be too hard. It's me. Okay. And she kind of bounces into the kitchen.
You all, the rest of you three, are in homeroom class at the beginning of the day. And Miss Declan is sitting at the front, and it is all anyone can talk about is the noise and the lights in the sky.
I am going to, like, normally Travis is a very kind of behaved kid that wants to, like, not get in trouble.
Mhm.
But he literally just kind of, like, slowly raises his hand for to get Miss Declan's attention. And when she calls on him, he's going to be, he's literally going to say, like,
Yes, Travis?
with what happened last night, why are we here?
Your guess is as good as mine. But I was not told that classes were canceled, so unfortunately we must all come in.
So you're a sheep?
You're here too.
You're here too.
Forget I said anything, man. God.
The uh one Heather, your friend, is like, so does your mom know anything? Like, what was it?
Okay, so they called yesterday and they didn't like super know what it was, but she told me that they were like sectioning off downtown, and I said that I wanted to like go help because you like people have jobs there and stuff, and she told me not to go. And then I think she took a bunch of phone calls all night. And she's talking to the mayor, but I could only hear some of it.
Travis is trying as hard as he can to listen to this conversation.
She's not hiding it. She'll share this information.
Willie, what are you? And your buddy's like, okay, so, like, my dog last night went completely berserk. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it happened, like, maybe even, like, 30 minutes before the sound, I could hear the sound, so it's, like, super wild, right? Like,
Your dog's always barking.
Well, I think they can hear like different frequencies, so maybe they heard it first.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
but like,
You're
okay,
right.
so But you think if my dog went crazy,
Uh-huh.
how do you think Quincy Quackers reacted to it? Do you think Quincy Quackers is responsible? Is this part of the curse?
Yeah. 100%. That sound that we heard was just the reverberations of his quack.
I'm sure that there is a perfectly reasonable explanation for what happened.
All the lights in the skies were ducks.
Yeah. Glowing
They
Magic.
can't even
ducks.
fly that high.
Radioactive
That's
ducks.
geese.
Radioactive ducks.
Radioactive ducks.
I heard back in like the 60s they were doing nuclear tests in the area, and this totally makes sense. Radioactive ducks.
How far is Travis sitting from me?
Probably a few desks. Like if you're in the middle, then he's probably going to be like 1 or 2 rows in front of you. And
I don't think we
I've
have
turned in my
talked
seat.
before, but I will say, and you're right, we shouldn't have school today. I told my mom that last night. She said they weren't canceling for shit.
It's like I said, they don't even cancel for snow days sometimes, but like it has to be a lot of snow for
They
it to be
cancel for
canceled.
snow days. We live in Colorado.
I
This is
know.
way crazier than a
What?
snow day.
What are they going to do? Stop us if we all walk out? They can't do that. If we do it as a group, they can't stop us.
I can't have a walkout on my record.
Travis kind of looks back at Heather and at Willie, and for a moment, it's like the gears are turning and they kind of click into place. And he's like, "This is one of the few times when I feel like it's 100% appropriate to go check on the city because my stuff is there, and I'm worried more about my stuff than my school. I'm caught up on my grades. I don't know about you."
Hey. Heather.
William,
Community service.
okay. I'm going to just get up in my chair. I'm going to address the homeroom class. Here's what I'm going to do. Miss Declan, sorry. Just a second.
Yes, Heather?
I can go to the student coordinator's office, because she should be in if we're all in, and ask her if we can go on the agreement that we're actually going to help. And then I'm actually going to help. But I can't guarantee she will agree.
So you're thinking of using this as a community service project for extra credit?
Yeah, I mean, I bet you half the teachers are just going to put on VCRs anyway.
I mean, that's what I was planning on doing. Mostly they just want kids in seats because it's safer for them to be at home than them being at home. It's like parents still have to work, right?
Guess it depends on your job.
Basically, we're a glorified babysitting service today. I'll level with you.
Every day.
Yeah, I think
Some
we can
days
handle
more
it.
than
This
others.
is a
She sort of looks at you, Willie.
class of nice people. I'll go handle it.
And Travis will
Our savior.
raise his hands and say, "I will volunteer to help. My mom runs the shop."
Wait.
Oh, your mom works downtown? Where?
Yeah, what shop is it?
Oh, but I'm actually asking.
I know. And Travis will glare at Willie before he... Bagels. My mom runs.
Oh, I love bagels. You guys make really good poppy seed.
He seems to be comforted by the fact that you did not nominate the bagels. Just like, at least you didn't say the word bagel. So he's like, "Thank you."
Bagels was not mentioned a third time in that conversation.
Okay.
So you're gonna go and try and talk to like the student liaison to see if you can.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I remember my elementary school student coordinator. Like I had this idea and like the entire image of her just popped into my mind. Like her name on the newsletters, her face, her voice. So clear to me.
Mhm. The student coordinator, make me a charm roll.
Okay. I think I have high in that.
I believe you do,
Um,
as a matter of
yeah.
fact. Let me just double check.
Yes, I have a D20.
A d20?
Mhm.
Absolutely. This is going to be difficulty. It's going to be difficulty 8, let's say.
Okay, I rolled a 12.
Okay. Easily done. Actually, it's very good that you volunteered because they were looking for volunteers to help with the cleanup project. This definitely can go towards this can definitely look really good towards your record for potential college applications.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Miss Declan's entire homeroom class and just delegate and stuff if that's okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that can work.
Thank you so much, Ellen.
Oh, don't even mention it, Heather. So, uh, y'all got the pass for the day. I'll let the principal know, and you can just put in your volunteer hours as hours served, and I'll make sure that they go on your record.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right,
And I'll
sounds good.
return to class with the good news.
And Miss Declan is like, okay, yeah, easily done. Go, do the thing. I'm gonna have a nap behind my desk.
Nice.
Nice.
Miss Declan looks very tired, like large bags under the eyes, like most people in town did not sleep.
Yeah.
As you three begin to leave the room, you can hear that the principal is having a conversation with Ellen, the student coordinator, and you see that Principal Principal Porter is looking a little bit distraught at and like having sort of like a hurried conversation with the with Ellen, the student coordinator, and looks quite upset at the time, and is like talking in sort of hushed tones,
And we're seeing this just like in passing.
sort of in passing as you go. And like this,
Okay. If I like stall outside the door, can I hear anything they're saying?
absolutely. If you give me a brains roll for
Okay.
the listening.
100% wanted to do this too.
Absolutely. So brains roll, difficulty is going to be about a 7.
I don't know if I can do that. We're gonna see. That is a failure on my part.
I rolled a 7 straight.
Perfect. With 7, that's a success. Don't forget to take adversity tokens if you fail a roll.
Adversity.
And you can hear. Listen, like the hum started and Quincy went crazy. Like I don't know exactly what happened, but I was trying to like get him under control, get him back into his enclosure. I don't know how we're going to have the homecoming dance without Quincy.
So if that's all I hear, I'm not going to intervene as we leave. I look over at Willie and I say that you may not need to bother with trying to steal the duck this year. Apparently, it's just another normal animal. It went berserk hearing the noise last night.
Wait, so it's just gone?
No, apparently he said he got it back in the enclosure. But
He
it
said,
was
I tried to get it back into the enclosure.
tried.
Tried.
Implies failed.
Oh,
I tried to get it back. I tried to get him back in his enclosure, but I couldn't.
Quincy may be
And I
gone.
don't know how we're going to do the homecoming dance without the duck.
They're worried about the homecoming dance, but more importantly, Quincy is gone.
Quincy's gone.
Has
Where if we see that duck downtown,
I don't know how we're going
Flying
to
a
do the
spaceship.
homecoming dance without the duck.
Well, the
Why does
duck's
it
a
matter?
tradition at this point. Like, the duck shows up for every single major event.
Is it a tradition
It's a tradition.
or
Quincy comes out to
a
everything.
ritual?
Oh, who knows? Who's to say?
incredible.
Ritual is so last season.
That is last season.
But this is a season of the same show, right?
Maybe the duck is the cryptid this year. Maybe the duck is the goat man.
Maybe the duck was the friends we made along the way.
Have you ever seen Quincy the Goat and Batman in the same room?
I
To go.
haven't.
So, are we gonna find this duck?
Do you tell everybody about what you heard?
Yeah, I tell them about it, and I after telling them, I'm just like, so we're gonna go downtown. I've got stuff at the shop, and I would very much like to make sure that my mom is okay. She left in the morning to go there.
I can fit 4 people in my car.
Who else is with us? Is it like the rest of the?
So
Is it the rest of the class
Heather,
or
there's-
unnamed friends?
There's your friend, your unnamed friend, and Willie, there is your unnamed friend. A couple kids did skip today.
My friend can be named Eliza because that's the
Eliza?
name that popped into my head. Yeah.
I
mean,
Eliza,
we-
Eliza's with you, and Willie, your friend, is with you.
Yeah. Could this be my friend Slimeball Ralph?
Slimeball Ralph.
Yeah.
There are 2 kinds of people.
Slimeball Ralph is the character name that I had before.
The 2 genders are Eliza and Slimeball Ralph.
Yeah. Yeah, Slimeball Ralph is the one that gave me the eyebrow piercing in the back of Ollie's Alleys.
That's right. That's so right. I forgot about that. That hot Willie lore that we
Yeah.
built in Session 0.
Yeah.
Slimeball Ralph is like sort of I'm guessing like this sort of greaser looking kid.
Yeah.
I think Slimeball Ralph watched has that movie come out yet? Let me just find out if that movie
Grease,
came out yet.
probably.
Not yet.
Grease definitely
but
came.
Grease definitely. I was thinking of the 1990 classic Crybaby starring Johnny Depp with the flick.
hmm I'm kind of getting like short rat bastard JD energy
Yeah.
from from Heather's.
It's my joke. Ugh,
Well, now it's our joke. Play the communist anthem. So you like just sort of like your Slimeball Ralph is just sort of like kind of leering next to you, Willie, and it's just like, come on, we can sneak out of here if we go now.
Miss on the duck.
Oh. So if we're the first to find the duck, do you think there's some sort of a reward if we find the duck?
You can hold the duck hostage.
Hold the duck hostage, right?
Hold the duck hostage.
Hold the
Yeah.
duck hostage.
Negotiate.
And then we negotiate for the duck's release.
Yeah.
Catch and release program, right?
Yeah. And if they don't negotiate with us, we can serve them the duck.
We're not gonna eat the duck. We're not gonna.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that'd be fucked up. No.
No, Zach's fine.
No.
We're not gonna do that.
No. It was like that's like the game you play, which is like, well, if you don't do it, we're gonna,
Oh yeah. Okay.
kill the duck.
It's
Yeah.
just like it's posturing. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
Yes. Like so macho. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You're so smart, Willie.
Thanks. Everyone says that about me.
God. Hey, Eliza's just sort of like rolling her eyes at this, looks at you. Heather's like, do we have to take them?
I mean, I suppose we don't have to.
How many people
but
can we fit in your car again? 4. So you're driving.
you in the front with me,
and
3
I'm
in
in
the
the
back.
front. I call shotgun, definitely.
Yeah, you get
3 in the back.
shotguns.
We can all fit in the car, I guess. I just want to be as far away from Slimeball Ralph as possible.
Well, if you're in the front and shotgun, we'll just put Slimeball Ralph in the back left behind me.
Ugh. Oh, can we just put him in the trunk?
It's like a 10-minute ride,
Okay.
Liza. We just gotta do it.
Okay. Travis, you're gonna be probably in the back seat with Willie and Slimeball Ralph.
So,
Actually,
who's sitting
Or what's the plan, Travis?
I was gonna say, did I ride my bike to school this morning?
You would have probably rode your bike to school.
I'm gonna say, hey, look, I know somebody with a car, so maybe I can go see if they can drive us there, because I don't think my bike is going to fit in with all of you. So I'll meet you at Bagels.
Okay. We'll meet at Bagels in 30 minutes.
Okay. And I'm going to ride off to see if I can have if Gemma will give me a ride, because it probably would be safer. Like if I've got a lot of stuff, I don't think I can get it all on my bike in one trip.
Okay. For sure. You pull up to Gemma's Victorian manor and knock on the door.
It's open.
And then I open the door,
Good
tilt
morning,
it just a little bit.
Travis.
Oh, hey, Gemma. Did you get woken up too last night?
Yeah, it was the government.
Huh.
Yeah, you know, that's what they do. They like to frighten the people so that they can stay in control and send our boys off to war. You know, the government. It's their speciality.
That makes sense.
Would you like a cup of tea? I just made a fresh you don't look hungry.
Yeah.
Did you need something?
I was gonna ask a favor.
Oh, of course.
I wanted to go downtown and help my mom with the shop, because I know I've got some stuff there, and some of my friends from school were going, but they didn't have room for me in their car. Do you mind giving me a lift?
Will I have to talk to your friends?
I don't think you have to.
Because I mean, they probably don't want to talk to me. So, yeah, I'll put the top up, and I'll be like one of those things on the after school specials when the kid can pretend like the parent doesn't exist, and then you just run in and get your things and come out and just ignore me, and then right like that.
Sure, but
Okay.
you're kind of nice. I don't know why everybody doesn't.
I at this point in my life, I just figure it's better off to not be noticed. They can't hurt you or, throw rocks at you if they just don't see you. So I'll get my
Yeah.
keys.
Okay, thank you. And Travis will step outside and wait for Gemma to come through.
Cool. Yeah, she grabs like her coat and stuff, and she pats all the kitties on the heads and says, "I'll be right back," and darts out.
You put the tops up on your convertible.
Oh, totally.
You've got a large pair of sunglasses, and
Mhm.
you've probably wrapped
Big
your
hat.
head and a big hat,
Yeah.
so nobody
Very
can
Audrey
tell
Hepburn.
that it's you.
Mhm.
And you take off in your car to downtown. You all sort of come to a stop. You're not quite able to make it into downtown because the police vehicles are on either end. One of the cops is
Wait.
looking kind of upset at the fact that one of the air's been let out of one of his tires.
As we drive by, oh, look at that. Somebody doesn't like the government. Apparently. She just keeps driving.
Did you?
You have to probably stop outside of downtown, so because you aren't able to get past
Oh.
the blockade
Well,
on either side.
the MG is really small. Can I get up on the sidewalks? Around the trees, maybe? It's a
You can take probably one of the
but
back
not
alleys
the off
and then sort of cut
road.
in.
Okay. Yes, no walking. Let's go.
Uh,
And she just doesn't say
and
anything. She just does it.
You make your way to Bagels. You all arrive outside.
I have to
the
back
shop.
up because I'm in front of the shop on the curb. Like, I have to back up so you can get in the door. Oops.
I imagine we're all
your mom's
there
inside
already.
and she's been sweeping up all day, trying to get everything sort of packed.
Yeah, I'm 100% just gonna
Take your
walk in.
time.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
you can come in if you're more comfortable, but
It's okay. It's okay. I'll just be right here, waiting for you. Did you hear that new song on the radio?
which one?
Right here, waiting for you.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a great song. Richard Marx is haughty. Hoo hoo. Anyway,
Protect Gemma at all costs.
I'll be right here.
yeah.
Whew.
Completely confused about that. He walks inside and sees his mom sweeping and is like, "Hey, mom, is everything okay here?"
A little bit of glass, but it's nothing we can't clean up. Dad's already taken care of some things. You needed to grab some stuff?
Yeah. So I'm gonna head to the back of the shop where I feel like there's a few more like manuals and probably the rest of Travis's like scout uniform because he last time he had a meeting he came to the shop immediately afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Easily done. You gather everything up into, like, your mom has already set aside a box and has it all set out for you so you can grab it and go. The group of you, the rest of you are sort of milling about. Can I get each of you to make me a brains roll, please?
Oh,
And just tell me what the highest result is.
4.
Gemma, make a roll.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. 9. Oh,
Ooh.
10.
10?
Mhm.
Gemma rolls a 10. What were their rolls again? What were our results? 1,
4.
4,
2,
2. Amazing.
right?
I need here. Let me make a roll for Slimeball, for Slimeball Ralph.
and Eliza. What dice do they get for?
Oh, and Eliza. Eliza, let's say rolls a d10.
Oh, way to go, Eliza.
Eliza got a 6 on the die. Slimeball Ralph got an 11. And you see, Slimeball Ralph has been kind of like keeping an eye out and making sure, like, it has been specifically looking for something. You all know what it is. And anybody that rolled over a 5 hears the sound of quacking.
No. What the? What is?
Slimeball Ralph is like, the duck somewhere, and takes off running in a direction.
Slimes.
Just look out the window. I roll the window down and look. Just kind of look out.
You see this this sort of short, like kind of greasy looking kid
Mhm.
has taken off, and as you see you sort of follow the sort of trail of vision, and you see this perfectly white duck walk between two alleys.
You look like my Paul. Are you lost?
And it's sort of a ways away from you, but you see it walk. You see this waddling duck between the two buildings.
Oh. Is anybody looking for the duck? Damn it.
Do we see
We hear that?
Gemma?
You would see Gemma you'd see this vehicle sort of parked up front of Bagels on the
Right.
curb.
Friend.
I would assume I also recognize Gemma's voice.
You would definitely recognize Gemma's voice.
So, like, I assume Willie had started like booking it after Slimeball Ralph, and then
you
just
see
kind of like
this broad hat sort of peek out a window and say something in the direction of the way that Willie is running.
and I just stop and I just like turn and I look at her.
You two make eye contact.
Are you on? I look for the bike.
Oh, you see
immediately.
this. The bike is actually not present,
Ugh.
but you do recognize the kid. You do recognize the teenager. A little bit older than the last time you saw him, but you would know the jacket that he's wearing anywhere, because it rides by your house on the loudest bike possible.
Are you here to prank me, loud bike Willie?
Are you here to eat kids?
Only your sister.
I'm gonna throw a rock at her car.
Good thing I can pay for that because I know you can't. And she gets out of the car and is like, I'm going to go look for that duck. It needs more care than you do. And she's just going to go towards the car. She's just flustered, that little pipsqueak. I just thought I'd just run him over with my car next time I see him. He's awful.
Do any of you follow after where Slimeball Ralph went?
I think I'm now racing Gemma towards
Slimeball
Ralph.
Ralph.
I'm not gonna tackle this woman, but I'm gonna beat her to that damn duck. Hi, Raiders.
Hi, Raiders. Welcome.
Oh,
They're
hi,
chasing
Raiders.
after a duck.
no.
And one of us is a little eccentric, okay?
Which
Jeez.
one?
Yeah, I'm 100% gonna see that Gemma gets out of the car and starts going towards what I can only assume is now one of our missing people. And
Oh yeah,
I like-
Slimeball Ralph took off, yelling about a duck.
yeah,
yelling
I'm
about-
100%.
Quackers! Quincy Quackers!
I'm gonna sit the box on top of her car
Uh-huh.
because I don't know if she locked the doors or not. I'm not gonna check. I'm just gonna dart after the fact that
Gemma, did
everybody
you
is
lock the
moving
doors?
towards us.
Nope.
Oh yeah, the doors are unlocked. You could just stick it in the back seat if you wanted to.
I'll just take it in the back seat and then I will dart off towards what's going on. If I see Heather, I will say like, hey, they're chasing something.
Quincy
Little
Quackers!
ducky. Be nice to that duck, you ruffian. Come on, leave him alone.
Ralph, careful! She's coming to eat you.
What is going on down there?
And you see that Ralph sort of rounds a corner and goes out of sight.
Okay, so yeah,
As fast as I
Everybody
can.
make
Gonna catch
me everybody make me a flight roll, please.
Oh.
Just let me know what your results are.
Ooh.
4 explodes.
Yeah, 10 explodes. I got a 16.
Hell
I
yeah.
got a 7.
16, 7.
I got a 2. I'm rolling so bad today. Every die.
Heather, you are sort of beginning to follow behind the pack.
Eliza's just vibing.
Eliza's just vibing. What did Gemma roll?
She got a 13.
Hell yeah. Stock up on those adversity tokens. You're gonna need them later.
Oh
You
yeah, I guess I already got some of those.
Slimeball Ralph. Okay, got a 14.
Slimeball.
Yeah,
Why's he rolling so well?
it's good.
Slimeball Ralph has only 20s. This is dot. This is
As
Die.
all die are
Yeah.
20s. Slimeball Ralph whips around a corner, and you hear a loud, "Huh? Willie!"
I'm booking it. I'll like reach into my pocket and like flip out my switchblade.
The first person to hop around the corner would be Gemma, I believe.
I got a 16.
Or no, 16. Willie, you are the first around the corner. You passed Gemma. You would, because Gemma got a 13, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You actually, so yeah, first to the scene is Willie, then Gemma, then Travis, followed by, Eliza is like not really the type to run, and is sort of keeping pace with you, Heather, and it's just like, ugh, what are these boys doing? And as you all round the corner, you see that there is a duck in this sort of like back alley, sort of empty, vacant lot. More curious, however, is the person that is holding the duck. A small girl, about 10 years old, with a shock of red hair and a smile missing a tooth.
I'll drop my switchblade.
Willie?
Kelly?
Hi.
No.
Hi.
And that's where we're going to end this session. Holding the duck is your sister, who has been missing for the past several years, and it does not look like she has aged a day.
Cool.
So that's where we're going to end our first episode,
Heather.
everybody.
Incredible.
Thank you everybody for that. This has been the first episode of series 2 of The Growing of the Dim, The Lights on the Edge of Town. It is good to be back, and we're telling a little bit of a of a different story than our first series. That was more supernatural horror. This one's got a little bit of who knows yet? We'll figure it out. With me are some incredible players, and we'll get to them right now. And they can do their outros and let you know who they are, where you can find them. Starting with the incredible Becca.
Oh, I start again.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, I'm Becca. You can find me most places online as Cool Armadillo, either with a 0 as the final O or not. Obviously, you can find me here on Tuesdays for this lovely little Growing of the Dim duck-based madness. On Saturdays, you can find me in 2 different places. You can find me anywhere that you listen to podcasts. On my podcast, Unlikely Adventures, where me and my co-host Macy make really bad D&D characters and talk about how sexy the green M&M is, as per usual, fighting against what they've done to her. Honestly, a crime. You can also find me at twitch.tv/Gamerazilla Kong for Shadows of Sharn, an Eberron-based campaign where I play Galen Law Morales, an aspiring detective with a dark secret. And that starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. Got it. Nailed it. And that's me.
Hey. Next up, we've got Ominous, or Chris.
Hello. My name is Chris, otherwise known as Omnis. You can find me on Twitter a lot.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
You're doing several things at once. You're good. Go ahead.
That's okay. It's okay. Omnis _X on Twitter, or without the underscore here on Twitch. Usually I'm streaming on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 11 to 1. I'm just going to use Central Time because that's what makes sense to me, because that's where I live. At 11 to 1 Central Time, Central Standard. And now on Tuesdays, you can find me here at 8, which is going to be super delighted. I am already dreading what is going to happen with a little girl and a duck. And yeah, just that's me.
Heck yeah. And next up we've got B playing
Hey,
Gemma.
hey, y'all. I'm Brandy. You can call me Bia for friends. You can find me here there as Kind Ranger. This is the only actual play I'm doing right now because I just DM in private, and I'm just patently weird.
Heck yeah. Last but certainly not least, Max.
Hi, I'm Max, and you can find me anywhere. I want you to find me on the internet at Arcane Goth. For the upcoming month, I'm also on a few other streams. Other than being here on Tuesday nights, I'll be with TTRPG on Wednesdays for Halcyon Pride, which is a masks mini campaign. And on most Thursdays, I will be with Kyrian Comfort Studios for Room for Everyone in Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast, where I will be playing a frog.
Can't wait for that game.
Never gets old.
That has been our show. I have been your GM, Anita. You can find me here pretty much all the time, either in front of the camera or behind the scenes producing shows. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by and hanging out with us tonight. We're going to go on a raid. Who's online that we can raid?
Nat 20 is on, and Perception Studios on.
Heck yeah, let's go see our friends over at Nat 20. We're gonna go say hi to them over there. Thank you all so much for stopping by. And until next time, watch the skies. Bye everybody.
Ooh.